Netflix has already dropped a diverse lineup of movies in 2026, and this year is all about variety, not just one dominant genre. Welcome back to Movie Time. Today, we're taking a look at some of the most talked about Netflix movies released in 2026. Films getting attention worldwide. From gripping thrillers and crime stories to emotional drama, romance, comedy, and sci-fi, this year's lineup shows how wide Netflix storytelling has become. So if you're always searching for your next must-watch Netflix movie, make sure to subscribe, because this list is packed with films you don't want to miss. Watch till the end and tell me which movie are you watching first. Number 10. Joe's College Road Trip. One road trip, one stubborn grandfather, and absolutely nothing goes as planned. Joe and his grandson BJ set out on what should be a simple college tour across America, but it quickly turns into something way more chaotic. What starts as campus visits and future planning becomes a wild ride full of culture clashes, awkward moments, and non-stop surprises. BJ is focused, ambitious, and ready to build his own path, dreaming of a top university far from home. But Joe, he's not letting go that easily. Loud, impulsive, and old school, he insists on coming along to guide his grandson toward what he thinks is the right choice, and that's where everything starts falling apart. From city to city, their differences explode. Arguments, misunderstandings, and ridiculous situations at every turn. Joe attracts trouble like a magnet, while BJ just tries to survive the journey without losing his mind. But somewhere between the chaos and the comedy, something deeper starts to happen. Because this isn't just a trip about college, it's about family, identity, and figuring out what really matters. Number 9. Thrash. The storm didn't just flood the city, it turned it into a feeding ground. A Category 5 hurricane slams into a coastal American town, forcing mass evacuations and leaving countless people trapped as the storm spirals out of control. Buildings collapse, streets vanish under rising water, and all communication with rescue teams is cut off. What starts as a natural disaster quickly becomes something far worse. A small group of survivors, stranded in a flooded neighborhood, fight to stay alive as the situation grows more desperate by the minute. Among them is a pregnant woman, struggling not just for herself but for the life she's carrying. But then comes the real nightmare. Sharks dragged inland by the storm surge begin appearing everywhere. Streets, houses, even submerged cars. Nowhere is safe. The town becomes a deadly maze, where every step risks drawing a predator closer. With escape routes destroyed, the group is forced to push toward higher ground, navigating collapsing structures and debris-filled waters. Supplies run low, fear takes over, and tensions start to crack the group apart. Because in this storm, you're not just trying to survive the flood, you're trying not to become the next target. Number 8. Office Romance.
You're being deposed in the Dominican Republic.
She built her empire on control, until one man walked in and refused to follow the rules. Jackie Cruz is a high-powered CEO who runs air crews with precision, discipline, and zero tolerance for mistakes. Everything in her world is calculated, every decision, every move, every relationship. That's how she stays on top. Then, Daniel Blanchflower shows up, a sharp, ambitious lawyer brought in for sensitive cases, but unlike everyone else, he doesn't just follow orders. He questions, pushes back, challenges decisions others wouldn't dare touch. At first, it's friction, tension, constant clashes. But slowly something shifts. Respect replaces conflict, conversations get deeper, and behind Jackie's controlled exterior, Daniel starts to see something no one else does. The pressure, the isolation, the cost of power. What starts as professional rivalry turns into something far more complicated. Quiet moments, unspoken tension, and then a secret they can't afford. Because in a world built on image and authority, one mistake can destroy everything. Now they're walking a dangerous line between power and vulnerability, control and emotion. And if the truth comes out, it won't just risk their careers, it could bring the entire empire down. Number 7. Ladies First.
Hey, Jamie.
That's my girl.
What if you woke up tomorrow and everything you believed about power was flipped against you? Daniel Mercer is a successful advertising executive, confident, sharp, and used to being in control. He believes men naturally belong at the top, and he's built his whole life around that mindset. But after a heated clash with his talented colleague Olivia, something impossible happens. He wakes up in a completely different reality. In this world, everything is reversed. Women dominate business, politics, and relationships, while men are expected to be attractive, agreeable, and supportive. Suddenly, Daniel's voice doesn't carry weight anymore. His looks are judged, his opinions are brushed aside, and his career starts slipping through his fingers. At first he fights it, hard. But the more he pushes back, the more he realizes he's now living the exact reality he once ignored. What starts as a shocking, almost surreal experience turns into something deeper. Through awkward moments, failures, and hard truths, Daniel is forced to rethink everything: his beliefs, his behavior, and who he really is. Because sometimes, the only way to understand power is to lose it. Number 6. Apex. One wrong step, and the person beside you becomes the predator. Sasha, a skilled rock climber and former rescue expert, escapes into the remote mountains of Australia, hoping to leave behind the trauma that shattered her past. Out here, far from civilization, the silence feels healing. The freedom feels real. For a moment, it's exactly what she needed. Then she meets Ethan. Calm, confident, experienced, he seems like the perfect hiking partner. Together, they push deeper into the wilderness, crossing dangerous cliffs and isolated trails. But something feels off. Small things at first. Missing supplies. Stories that don't quite add up. A look in his eyes that lingers a second too long, and then it hits her. She's not exploring anymore. She's being hunted. With no signal, no help, and miles of deadly terrain closing in, the mountains become a trap. Ethan knows the land. He uses it. Every cliff, every forest path, every abandoned site turns into part of his game. Now it's survival. A brutal cat-and-mouse chase where one mistake means death. And to make it out alive, Sasha must face not only a killer, but the past she's been running from. Number 5. Remarkably bright creatures.
Go ahead. He won't hurt you.
A secret buried for decades is about to be revealed by the last witness anyone would suspect. In the quiet coastal town of Sowell Bay, Tova Sullivan lives a life built on routine and silence. After losing her husband and never finding answers about her son's disappearance, she works nights as a cleaner at the local aquarium, keeping distance from a world that moved on without her. But everything shifts when she forms an unexpected bond with Marcellus, a strangely intelligent giant Pacific octopus who seems to understand more than he should. At the same time, Cameron, a lost young man searching for purpose, arrives in town carrying his own past and unanswered questions. He drifts through temporary jobs, trying to piece together where he belongs, until his path slowly connects with Tova's. As their lives begin to intertwine, small moments turn into something bigger. Hidden truths start surfacing, old wounds reopen, and Marcellus, quietly observing it all, might be the key to a mystery buried for decades. Sometimes, the truth doesn't speak. It waits to be discovered. Number 4. People we meet on vacation. What if the one person who knows you best is the reason you're falling apart? Poppy Wright and Alex Nilsson have been best friends for nearly 12 years despite being complete opposites. Poppy is all about adventure, chaos, and chasing every new experience, while Alex sticks to structure, routine, and playing it safe. Somehow, it works. Their yearly trips become their thing: wild, unforgettable, and the glue holding their friendship together. But 2 years ago, something happened. Something big enough to break them completely. No explanations, no closure, just silence. Now, Poppy has everything she thought she wanted, except she's not happy, not even close. So she makes one bold move. She convinces Alex to take one last trip with her. What starts as a simple vacation quickly turns into something deeper. Old memories resurface, tension builds, and the things they never said start coming out. It's not just about fixing a friendship anymore. It's about facing the truth they've both been avoiding. Because sometimes, the hardest journey isn't the distance you travel. It's what you finally admit along the way. Number 3. Peaky Blinders, the immortal man. He didn't just survive the war, he became it. Tommy Shelby left Birmingham behind, walking away from the empire he built with blood and fear. For a while, he stayed hidden, far from power, far from violence, trying to bury the man he used to be. But as World War II spreads across Europe, that kind of peace doesn't exist anymore. Britain is on edge, fear is everywhere, and in the shadows, dangerous political games are already in motion. Everything changes when Tommy learns his estranged son has been pulled into a network of extremists, tied to Nazi intelligence operating inside England. That's when he knows he can't stay out of this. So he comes back to Birmingham. But the city isn't the same. New gangs control the streets. Corruption runs deeper than ever. And loyalty? That's long gone. Reuniting with what's left of the Shelby family, Tommy starts hunting the people pulling the strings. But the deeper he goes, the darker it gets. Because this time, it's not about power, it's about stopping a war before it consumes everything. Number 2. War Machine.
Whatever that thing is.
They thought it was just a drill until death showed up. They're the final recruits of a U.S. Army Ranger course, pushed to the edge, tested on every skill, every ounce of endurance under the watchful eye of a veteran who won't tolerate mistakes. It's tough, brutal, relentless, but it's supposed to be controlled. Then things go sideways. The terrain turns vicious, obstacles multiply, and suddenly the exercise isn't an exercise at all. A deadly autonomous war machine appears, smart, fast, and lethal. What was a test of skill is now a fight for survival. The recruits must adapt instantly, rethink strategies on the fly, and confront fears that would break most people. Every move counts. Every second could be their last. They're pushed to physical and mental limits like never before, where trust, teamwork, and instinct become their only weapons. War Machine is pure adrenaline tactical action, edge-of-your-seat suspense, and raw grit. It's a story of soldiers facing the unimaginable, testing limits, and discovering just how far humans can go when survival is the only option. Number 1. The RIP.
$20 million. Where do you want to start?
One hidden fortune, one bad decision, and now every cop is a target. In Miami, veteran narcotics Lieutenant Dane Dumars runs a tight, trusted task force with his longtime partner J.D. Byrne. During what should have been a routine cartel raid, they stumble on something massive, millions of dollars stuffed inside the walls. Easy money. No witnesses, no records. At first, it feels like a secret they can control. Stay quiet. Figure it out later. Simple. But nothing stays buried for long. Word leaks into the streets, and suddenly the cartel wants its money back. At the same time, internal affairs start circling, picking apart every detail of the raid. Now pressure's coming from both sides, and it's closing in fast. Inside the team, trust starts cracking. Every look feels suspicious. Every move feels calculated. Dane tries to keep things together, hold on to what's left of the team. But JD, he's changing, getting colder, more dangerous. Because now it's not about loyalty anymore, it's about survival. And when partners turn into rivals, someone's not walking away. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our future content. Feel free to leave a comment below, share your thoughts, or suggest topics you'd like to see in upcoming videos.